Hello everyone, welcome back to the Coding Buzz Live. And in this live, we will discuss about how we can optimize our MIT App Inventor app and how we can make our app faster. So let me just check the audio and video fine, and then we'll go and we'll learn the 10 steps. Okay, one by one, 10 steps to how we can optimize our all the app. So here we go. So let me just check my audio. So we'll discuss the 10 points about this. So yeah, the coding bus is live or not. Yeah, TCB is live. It's cool then. So okay, there is one question from Ayush, and he's saying like it's possible or not to make an app package which can be run even the app in minimized in okay, app which can be run app in app minimized. Okay, you mean to say like the app that we need to create, that app should run in the background also. Okay, so Ayush, yes, it's possible. There is one one extension called background process. Whenever you use that extension, your app will run in the background, so it's possible. So yeah, if there is any question, okay, so you can ask me. Okay, so let's click on continue, and let's discuss about all the points. Using all these points, we can optimize our overall app and we can make our app faster. So here we will start. So first point is that, okay, so I have the 10 points. So yeah, I've just written somewhere. Okay, on my diary. Okay, so here I'm go. So first of all, the main thing is that most of the people use the screen instead of layouts. Like see, screen 1, screen 2. So that app will have the more memories in your app. So that will that the overall app performance is going to be very slow. So don't use the multiple screen, instead of use the layouts. It's simple logic, because see, as you can see, a main layout and I'm using a two layouts. So you can make this as a first screen for now. Just hide this one arrangement and make another screen visible on. So that will going to be your another screen. It's simple as that. So don't use the multiple screen, use the layout to make your multiple screen app. It's simple as that. That's the first and most important thing in MIT App Inventor. Now let's talk about the second point. So use the reusable blocks. So what is reusable blocks? So see, whenever we go to the blocks here, and as you can see here, we have just called that button 1 and cloud get value. So if you want to call this component on the button 2 click also, suppose go to the design and I have some another button like this, one more button like this, copy paste this button, just copy paste. Why it's not going to copy paste? I'm gonna just try and drop it. Like see, I have another button, go to the block. Oh, I'll just copy paste, translate it. So I have two buttons here. Okay, so Vinod Sharma is asking something, is like, sir, can we make website by using the block coding? If yes, what is the procedure? Please tell. Yes, sir. Okay, Vinod. So see, it's simple is that you can't do this with MIT App Inventor because it's an app. You can use the Scratch. Scratch is the platform where you can create your own app. That is the similar to the website because they provide you the URL and you can use it. So it's, yes, it's possible. So you need to use the Scratch for that. Okay, so you can design your component, you can design images and all the things, you can design the text and all the things, because every website have the same thing like logo and the components like this. So you can try the Scratch. So here we are. Now see, I'm using here two components like this. Okay, tag is like, I'm gonna use it like this. So what I'm gonna do here, we should never use 2 times that code, because that will repeat. Because if I will use another button, okay, like this, like I'm gonna add here a button 3 and I need to use again that similar code on that. So for that I should use that procedure and I need to call that procedure here, and I can say here cloud dv code like this. Okay, once you create a procedure, you need to just click on procedure and call it. So your code will call this, your button will call this component. You don't need to call it again and again like this. Remove. You can see there are a lot of things. Now we just need to call it's like this. Our code is clean and this will consume the less memories. Okay, that's fine. So guys, if you have do you know about that there's one a super sticker and super chat also. So if you wish, you can use that super chat option, and you can use the super sticker also to support the Coding Bus channel. So you can use it, you can try at least. Okay, so you just need to click on the chat option. You can see the dollar sign, you can just click on that, and then you can use it. Okay, so let me know if you can use it, or if you're facing any issue, so just let me know on the comment section. And sir, please, can you make a tutorial video, please, sir? Yeah, sure, definitely, I'll do that. It's a good idea. Okay, I'm trying to do like how we can use a Scratch to create a website. It's a fantastic idea. I'm gonna try this. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks for the idea. So this is the process. Now you can see here, this is the reusable block you can use like this. So that can increase your app speed. Okay, this is the second point. Let's talk about the third point, and that is the don't use the image. Okay, so see, this option, like if I will use the image, multiple images in my image, like here I have an image component. If I will use here the multiple images, okay, so suppose like let me just use the another layout here, suppose. Okay, and that going to be a, here go to the layouts, and I'm going to use here the vertical arrangement layout like this. Okay, and in this layout I'm going to just hide visible, make it off, and then make it visible off. Okay, sorry, that should be off, that should be turned on like this. And I have this layout, I'm going to just make it width and height fill parent like this, fill parent like this. Now as you can see here, this we have the layout, and if I will use here the image component like this, 1, 2 and 3. So if I will use multiple images, then definitely our app going to be slow. So instead of this, you can use the base to 64 extension that can convert your images to the text format, and then again text format to the images. Now where we will store that text, you need to store that text in the Firebase. I already have created a video about the Firebase, how we can use the Firebase. So make sure use the Firebase to store all the images, and then fetch all these images in your app. So your app memory will never be exceed, or never be, you don't need to worry about the app loading issue or something like that. So always use the base to 64 to convert your image and display them in your MIT App Inventor app. Fourth option is, okay, so whenever we create any app, so we need to store data, images and all the things. So make sure don't store all your data in your app. Always use the APIs for that. Okay, so there is an API concept. I already have created the video about that. Like suppose if we need to create a weather app, okay, suppose, so we need to use the free weather API, because we are not going to store all the algorithm and functions and everything on our app. So they will create an API on whatever app you will create. Always create the API in the backend. You can use any component, you can use any language like Django or Java or anything, and create an API over there and use that API in MIT App Inventor. That will be the must if you are gonna create the huge app, and if you're planning to create an amazing larger app. For that, use the API for that. Then use the Firebase. Yes. So see, Firebase is really important, and it's totally free of cost for the MIT App Inventor, and you can use that, and whatever the data you're using in your app, you can store that data in the Firebase. Okay. Sixth option is comment your blog. Suppose if you are using that blogs, but if you don't wanna like this blog for now, and if this blog is not using, so you can just add comment okay, so comment that blog, like disable it. How we can do this? Delete, add, disable that block like this. Do like this, so that will not consume the memory, that will not load, code will not load in your app. Okay, that you can do. Or instead of, you can do one thing like add block to the as a here enable add to the backpack. See, click on this, just add to backpack and just delete it. If you want to use that, so just use the backpack like this and just drag and drop like this. You can do like this. Okay, so that will save your memory. Now let's go to the seventh point, and that is the limit global variable. As you can see here, we have just initialized there one global variable. So whenever you initialize a global variable, so that memory will define your app. So if suppose that value will use in your, suppose here only, suppose here that's the tag value, and if I want to use that value here only, okay, so I need to initialize a local variable instead of the global variable, because I'm not going to use that variable any other code. I'm going to use just that variable in this code. So always use the local variable for that. Okay, so yeah, don't use much global variable. Eighth point is condition block. Sometimes we use the condition like, use the control. So whenever you try to do something, so always use the very minimum conditions. Always try to use, not to use many else if. If you are using that block for 4 or 7 times, so try to use the for each loop or something like that. Don't try to create a nested loop much. Okay, so that can save your memory. Then condition block. And the ninth point is limit block back block task. Okay, so limit the background task, so limit the background task is something is like, let's go to the design, and if I just drag and drop here one time, I suppose, where is the sensor pro, okay, here's the sensor and I have a clock like this. Okay, now whenever I use that clock, okay, so what will happen here, that will enable for now. But if I will use in only some points, then I don't need to enable that every time, because that will consume a lot of memory of my app. So always remember, always disable this. Whenever you need it, use it or disable that clock. Okay, that can save your memory. That is important. Now the local variable that we have just discussed, like a 10th point is always use the local variables whenever you try to create. So let's go to the block and let's see here the variable. You will see the initialize the local variable like this. You need to initialize the local variable like this. You can assign the value like this. Like this. Okay, so always use the local variable instead of the global variable. So all these are the 10 points to optimize your MIT App Inventor app and how we can speed up our overall MIT App Inventor app. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. I'm just here. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can ask me here. Okay, so there is no question. So thank you so much for joining this live. Please subscribe our channel, like this video and share this video. Have a nice day. Be safe. Bye bye.